No crack line there.
Oh, you bugger. Gotta get me some flappy paddles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're working on the van, Ford TRANSIT Mk7 non-starting problem. Now I've not used the van in a bit, so the battery's gone flat. Now I've had jump pack on it, I've had jump leads on it, just can't seem to get it to start. So I thought I'd do a little video of something that I found out. Now it's not just the Transits that suffer with this, the Focus, the Mondeo, the Transit Connect, C-Max, etc. I do believe they're all the same part number. So what happens is, turn this around, you put your key in, and if you notice, the dash clocks was flicking then and there's no glow plug light. I'll just do that again. So that's the ignition on, no ignition lights. Now if I manipulate the key, you get the ignition lights to come on. Let go, comes off again. You can hear it, you can hear the relay clicking as I'm manipulating the key. There we go, and they're back on again. So what the issue is, normally 9 times out of 10, is underneath this steering column here is a ignition switch. Literally cost about £10 from Ford, and supposedly it's a really easy job to do. So I'm going to give that a go today and show you how it all goes. So if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned and we're going to show you how to sort this issue out. Right, so the first thing to do is to remove this trim panel. If you just pull it forward, it's on speed clips and it literally just comes off like that. So the next thing to do is remove these little torque screws. If you can see them up in there, you need a very fine little torque screw to get them out. Once you've done the 2 screws, give this a little tug and a bit of manipulation. Be careful of the steering wheel controls, which are there, but there is a little cutout in the plastic panel. So if you give that a nice little yank, that will come out. I need 2 hands. Right, so after a few swear words, because the panel here isn't actually, you'd have thought this wouldn't be here, this little bar. So you actually have to remove, and it doesn't tell you this on most of the other videos that you watch, you have to remove the steering wheel controls, and it's very fiddly. You press this little button here and pull it, and then it will slide out of its switch there, and then that will now give us access to get to this little barrel switch, which is just there. Right, so the next part is to remove this old switch. So there's a little tab there and there's a little tab at the top. Bite your tongue, squeeze as hard as you can, it should come off. However, if we look at the new one, that's the part number, should you need it, it was less than £10, guys. If we look at the new one, so that's the switch, which goes in that way, like that. So if you look, there's a tab there and there's a tab there also, and basically you squeeze them in and pull it. So I'm just going to give that a go now. Right, so it's probably best to use your thumb and your finger once you're on the clip. Squeeze real hard, give it a wiggle. You can use a screwdriver. And there we go. That's the old one. So Ford must have modified them, because if you look at the old one, which is grey, the new one is actually black. So what we need to do now is unplug the wiring loom, which is that little tab there, and that will slide out of the switch. So I'm just going to do that now. So I did cheat a little bit. I pushed it in with a screwdriver, which has released it, and now it just comes out, and we're ready to replace the old knackered one for the new one. So it's just a case of reversing that method. So slide your plug in so that it clips like that, and then we get it up here and we line the clips up here and get it in. So I've now got it into position. If you push it in, you'll hear it click. So now to see if this has worked. Right, let's get these keys in. Notice straight away all the lights come straight on. The glow plug light, and we'll go for a start. Fire straight up. Show off my nice blue dials. Well, not new, they've been in the van for a couple of years now. Had the SMD LED conversion done by SJ Conversions on Facebook, guys. So again, if we just go off, on again, perfect. Right, so we're on the build up process now, guys. Just make sure that you put that through there and plug it back in. So I don't know which way the plug goes. 2 pins, clip goes down. It's going to go like that. Make sure your rubber gasket's in place. Right, so we know that that sits that way. So we get into position, tuck that down. Clip the top and bottom in. That clips around there. Alright, let's get some screws back in. Get this to plug back in. Like that. Just clipped in. Get your panel. See? And that's it, guys. One ignition switch replaced. So just to show you again, ignition straight on, make sure it's not in gear. Fire straight up. So guys, hope you found that video useful and interesting. If it did help you out, please give the video a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel. This isn't the usual sort of video that I would do, but I thought I'd do it to see if people could get some use out of it, basically. But yeah, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.